Silence as a tool for self-retrieval is a profound concept that transcends the simplicity of mere quietness. It is a deliberate choice, an act of mindfulness, and a demonstration of emotional intelligence that allows individuals to navigate complex situations with grace and composure. When practiced effectively, silence becomes a buffer between impulse and action, providing the mental space necessary to make thoughtful decisions. This intentional restraint is not an act of passivity, but rather a proactive stance that prevents reactive behavior and promotes a constructive approach to life's challenges. At its core, silence reflects the ability to master one's emotions. Human beings are often ruled by their feelings, especially during moments of conflict or stress. Anger, frustration, or fear can provoke immediate reactions, many of which are regretted later. By choosing silence, an individual resists the urge to act on these fleeting emotions, instead opting to observe and process the situation calmly. This pause creates an opportunity to assess the bigger picture, understand the root cause of the emotion, and decide on the best course of action. It ensures that responses are driven by reason rather than raw emotion, preserving relationships and maintaining dignity. In interpersonal dynamics, silence can be a powerful way to de-escalate tensions. Arguments and conflicts often escalate because both parties feel the need to assert their viewpoints vocally. When one person exercises silence, it introduces a moment of stillness into the conversation, disrupting the cycle of escalation. This momentary pause can diffuse anger, allowing the other party to reflect on their words and actions. Silence in this context acts as a mirror, compelling others to confront the energy they are projecting. It demonstrates that self-retreat is not about dominating others, but about maintaining one's inner peace and integrity. Silence also serves as a means of protecting one's energy. In a world saturated with noise, literal and metaphorical, choosing silence is an act of self-preservation. It allows individuals to disengage from unnecessary arguments, gossip, or negativity that do not serve their personal growth or well-being. By refusing to participate in unproductive exchanges, one can focus on what truly matters, conserving mental and emotional resources for meaningful pursuits. This boundary setting is a form of self-respect, signaling to oneself and others that not every situation demands a reaction or response. Furthermore, silence fosters clarity. In moments of quiet, the mind can process thoughts more effectively, free from external distractions. This internal dialogue helps to untangle complex emotions, identify priorities, and develop strategies for dealing with challenges. When confronted with difficult decisions or overwhelming circumstances, silence creates the space needed to listen to one's intuition and align actions with long-term goals. It is within these silent moments that individuals often gain insight into their true desires and motivations, guiding them toward choices that are authentic and intentional. Another aspect of silence as self-retreat lies in its ability to command respect. Silence, when used appropriately, communicates strength and confidence. It signals that an individual is not easily provoked and is secure enough to refrain from unnecessary justifications or arguments. This quiet confidence can be particularly effective in leadership or negotiation settings where composure often speaks louder than words. A leader who remains silent amid chaos exudes a sense of control, inspiring trust and calm in others. Similarly, in negotiations, silence can create a sense of anticipation and seriousness, giving the silent party an edge. Silence is also a mechanism for personal growth. By holding back in situations where one might typically react impulsively, individuals learn patience and resilience. It becomes easier to detach from the need for immediate gratification or validation, cultivating a mindset that values long-term outcomes over short-term wins. This discipline can be applied to various areas of life, from managing professional challenges to nurturing personal relationships. Over time, the practice of silence transforms from an act of restraint into a natural habit, reflecting a matured approach to life. In relationships, silence can be a form of empathy. By choosing not to respond immediately, one allows space for others to express themselves fully. This quiet attentiveness fosters deeper connections, as people feel heard and valued. It demonstrates respect for the other person's perspective, even if it differs from one's own. Silence, in such instances, is not about withholding communication, but about prioritizing listening over speaking. It is an acknowledgement that understanding often requires more listening than talking. Silence, as self-reliability, also aligns with the principles of mindfulness. By staying silent, one anchors themselves in the present moment, observing thoughts and emotions without judgment. This mindfulness helps to break patterns of reactivity, replacing them with intentionality. For example, in moments of criticism or provocation, silence allows one to detach from the immediate sting of words and replace it with a focus on the medicinal content of the mindfulness. Based on the 19th century food assistant contains such a diverse set of ingredients, silence, as self-regulation, provokes a felt sense of disobedience to food, promotes lateral equilibrium, and provides deeper peace of mind. This practice allows both one to be present in the moment and become absorbed in the process. This measured approach prevents overreaction and prevents thoughtful responses, which are often more effective in resolving conflicts or misunderstandings. In summary, silence as a tool for self-retrieval is a multifaceted practice that enhances emotional regulation, fosters clarity, protects energy, and strengthens interpersonal relationships. It is a conscious choice to pause, reflect, and act with intention rather than react impulsively. By embracing silence, individuals can navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and poise, turning what might be perceived as inaction into a powerful form of action.